Hey everyone, appchasers.com here. Today I want to look at some of the newly updated features in the JW Language app. You probably watched our other video on JW Language, which showed you a basic overview of the app. Now we want to show you some of the recently updated features, such as collections, as well as audio and flashcard enhancements. As explained in our previous video, the JW Language app was developed to help Jehovah's Witnesses be able to preach and teach the Bible in a language that's not their native tongue, but is spoken by people in their territory. Now, the first thing you'll notice with this new update is that favorites have been renamed collections. These are groupings of phrases and words that you'd like to refer back to regularly. Now if I go up here to the upper left-hand side and I tap on this menu icon, you'll see that we've got collections as the second item listed here. So I'm going to tap on that. Now I've already created some collections such as meeting phrases and ministry phrases. So we'll tap on one of those and we'll see all of the phrases that we've included in this collection. Let's show you how to add a new item to a collection. I'm going to step back out. Go back to our main menu here, or our interface, and I'm going to select a topic. How about introducing scriptures? Alright, so here we go. We've got a number of scriptures shown here, or ways to get into showing the householder a scripture. So I've got one here that's 2 Timothy chapter 3. I'm going to look over to the far right and tap on this icon of 3 dots. That's going to ask me if I'd like to copy this or add it to a collection. So I'm going to select Add to Collection. Alright, and this would go under our ministry phrases. So I'm going to tap that, and it now gives me the alert that it's been added. So if I go back to my menu, go to Collections, go to Ministry Phrases this time, and there it is at the very bottom. Now, I can rearrange these at any time by tapping and holding on them on the left hand side and simply dragging them up. There we go. If I tap on that 3-dot emblem over to the right again, I can remove this from the phrases. I can also copy. Now this is new here. I'm going to tap on copy. It's added this to my clipboard. So now if I go over into another app, for example my Drafts app, well, here I am in my Drafts app. I'm going to tap and paste. And there we are with our pinyin as well as our Chinese characters and English. So it's a great way to develop talks too using the JW Language app. I'm going to switch back over just by doing a 4-finger swipe. There we are back in the Language app. If I'd like to add a phrase to a new collection, I'll go back here to our home view. We'll go into the divine name. Going to scroll down and go to a simple one. God's name is Jehovah. We'll tap on the icon here at the right hand side. Tap Add to Collection. Now this time I want to create a new collection, so I'm going to tap there at the bottom. And this one will just be called Bible Phrases. Alright, and it says it's been added. If we go back out here to Collections, we'll see that new Bible Phrases is available. This brings us into our second updated feature of the JW Language app, and this is how to use these collections with flashcards as well as audio lessons. Now, flashcards were previously in the app, so we'll go through some of those and we'll show you some of the changes that they've added. Let's go into our Ministry Phrases collection. You can see we've got all of our phrases in here. Now if I tap on flashcards here, this is going to start the flashcard review process. So this is going to give me English to begin with and ask me if I know how to say it basically in Chinese. So once I have that, or I think I have it in my mind, then I can reveal the answer.
Alright,
so you can see here that it is reading the answer to me as well as displaying the actual visual answer for me right here. Something new at the bottom of the screen is the ability to rank a card as hard, medium, or easy. So we'll tap medium for this one. and it'll move along to the next card. So can you show me where it is on this map? So I think I know that one. I'll reveal the answer and it's going to read it for me.
可以在地图上指出来吗?
All right, very good. So you'll notice that it's going from English to Chinese and then reading the card for me. Now, we can change that order if we'd like by tapping in the upper right-hand corner these three dots, and here we open our settings menu. So we can change the language direction if we'd like. For example, if I'd like the Chinese to be shown first and then guess what the English is, I can simply turn off this English to Chinese setting here. Alright, so we'll tap done. Now it's going to show me the Chinese, and when I hit reveal answer, it shows me the English. Alright, now let's go into another setting. You'll see that the spoken language here is kind of slow, so we're going to tap on our settings in the upper right again. We'll go to playback speed at the very bottom. And now as we tap on it, it cycles through different speeds. I'm going to set it at 1, so that's the real-time speed. And we'll tap done there. We'll move on to the next card by ranking this one. Alright, so there we are. And we'll reveal our answer. There it is in English. We can also go into settings and turn off autoplay audio. So I like to do that here. We'll turn that off. Turn off Chinese to English and turn on English to Chinese. Go to reveal the answer. And there we are with our answer without any audio playback. So we can go up here to settings in the upper right at any time and change that. Now I'm going to step back to our collections page. And now you see a new feature that's been added to JW Language. That is our audio lessons. So let's tap on audio lesson here. So I'm going to select our meeting phrases collection here and just tap on audio lesson. Now, this is going to begin playing the English for us, followed by the Chinese. It's great to just leave these on and cycle through them so that we can just have an audio lesson learning this new language. To begin, let's press the play button at the bottom of the screen.
We will begin our meeting with a song which will be followed by a prayer.
Now, before it starts the Chinese, it's going to give us this slight pause.
现在我们开始聚会，先唱一首诗歌，然后祷告。
And it's going to pause again before moving to the next card. Notice at the bottom of the screen I've got this green line that's counting down to the beginning of the next card.
Our meeting will conclude with a song and a prayer.
And again that pause before going to Chinese.
我们结束聚会之前，会唱诗。
We can also skip at any time by tapping on the skip
What
button,
lesson can we
going
learn
to the
from
next
this
card.
scripture?
我们从这
So I'm going to pause it there. Now you'll notice that this is a really nice way to step through these cards, but you can also change the order that it plays these audio lessons. Again, in the upper right hand corner we have our settings button, and the first thing that we see here is our playback sequence. So just as we were going through those, you saw that it was playing the English, then pausing, showing the Chinese at real-time 1x speed, and then pausing again before going to the next card. So we can change that if we'd like by tapping on this playback sequence and choosing another sequence. There's some preset sequences here for us, but we can also create a custom sequence if we like. We can tap that we want the Chinese first at a speed of a half just by tapping on that circle there. Then we want to have the Chinese, well, let's put in Chinese again actually, at 1x speed. I want the real-time speed to be first, then play it again at half speed, and then we'll have the English read, and then a pause before the next card. So you notice here that I can rearrange these at any time, and then I'll hit done. There we go. Now let's see how that works. So if I tap on my newly created custom sequence here at the bottom, Let's see what happens. So I'm going to go back out, and I'm going to go to our next one here. Now notice that it's playing the Chinese at real-time speed. Playing the Chinese again at half speed.
会唱诗和祷告.
Our meeting will
Now it's playing the
conclude
English,
with
of course.
a song and a prayer.
Pausing and moving on to repeat this for the next
我
card.
们从这一节经
If I go back into the settings, there's a couple other options we can select. This is to show only hard cards, only medium cards, or easy cards. We can shuffle those around by just turning them on and off here. This one only has hard cards in it, so if we turn that off, you'll notice that there's no phrases found. So we want to leave that on. We can also shuffle the order to mix things up, to keep us guessing, and we can say reshuffle cards too at the bottom. So those are the audio lessons in the new JW Language app update. Let's go back here to our home screen. Alright, here we are. There's a couple things that I just want to show you. Of course, when you go into any one of these subjects, you can tap on a phrase and it'll automatically play for
关
you.
于这节经文透露了什么呢？
But if you want to change the overall speed of these audio clips throughout the entire app, you can go into the menu. You can go to Settings, and then Global Playback Speed. It's on 1x right now. We can change it to 3/4 or half. So then throughout the entire app, you can change the speed every time you tap on a phrase. There's also this new setting here to show romanization. You can turn that off. That's for languages that use romanization, such as Chinese, showing the pinyin, or turning it off. So now you can see there's no pinyin shown. We'll turn that back on in settings. And that's an overview of how to use the new features of the JW Language app. This has been appchasers.com.